So what do you know? What can you say right now about what could be in the Wedgefield area, Wrangell Heights area, Browns Ferry Road? What could that be in the future?
Hopefully the Crown Point is brought back to life in the sense of being revisited and examined. So I think that's a good way to put that.
What's your role in this? You and your company and all that stuff. What's your role in this?
I just assist in development. So yes.
But you say there is the possibility of purchasing a lot of land down there?
It's a possibility, yeah. Everybody has to do due diligence first. So.
Right, and this is nothing set in stone, but there are at least talks going on and some behind the scenes stuff happening to do what with that area if this all happens like you hope it happens.
Well, it's an entitled piece of property, I think that the zoning allows for, housing as well as, the hospitals and commercial and such. So I think that, that would be the path to follow is what's already in place.
Maybe family housing, and I know we need houses for teachers. And like Mr. Ed said, we need houses for police, fire. And that would be part of the plan, right?
I think those would be separate side items that to talk with the appropriate entities. But that would be something that we'd strongly look at. As far as somebody, any kind of board that would like to provide housing for their workers.
How many acres are we talking about out there that could be used?
I think the original Crown Point was was 4,000. Then it got reduced to 2,000, and then a timber company bought it. With the entitlements, and they've begun to look at selling it.
So, what I envision, and back in the day when this was talked about originally, what I sort of saw in my head was sort of a Carolina forest type situation. Is that still what it could be?
To a certain degree, maybe.
Not that big. Not that crowded, but sort of like that.
Yeah, I think so. It would be a good comparison in the sense of size-wise, as far as from Georgetown being this size and Crown Point extending the area. Yeah, I think that it could be very similar.
And with Brick Chimney Road being, repaved and going to be a cut through, maybe a bypass, so to speak, for the city, was that part of this, what you're talking about, or did that just coincidentally happen?
I think that was on the plans already, and so I think it was just being implemented, and so that's by the county's own design.
Yeah. Well, so the interest in Crown Point was bound to rise. It was hot real estate a few decades ago. The economy crashed, along with, let's say, the Great Recession. As a result of that, sooner or later some people were going to look at that and say it's still a viable thing to do. It's a matter of some developers coming together and just do it.
Yeah. But how far in the future are we talking about as far as when you think more information can be released?
Probably later this year.
Okay.
Probably sometime late fall, early winter.
But is it basically just revising the plans that were already there, or is this new plans from scratch?
No, I've not been given any new plans. I want to do what's best for our community. So that's what drives me, and then that's what pushes me every day.
Georgetown is a sleeping jewel. It is a point of destination for people who used to come to Florida, and I know that living in Florida for 45 years in Tampa Bay area, that Florida's less desirable today because it's like New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania they've come from, and Florida and South Carolina has a temperate climate. Yes, it has mosquitoes, but it has friendly people, low taxes, low cost of living. So it's an attractive place for if you look at Harbor Club and place and South Island Landing, those houses they're building out at 270 in the landing itself. As a result, that tells you there's a market for all kinds of housing, including affordable housing.